A good evening, everybody, and welcome to another. I have lost count already of another masterclass for Cinoco spirits. And people who are here probably know me a little bit, and they will not be surprised if I say that I'm really excited about this one because I'm always excited about tastings. So there you go. We're going to taste six rums tonight, six new rums. And as always, I don't like talking too much myself. So we have two guest speakers. I'll introduce them to you right away. You see on your screen Mr. Michael Yona Costa, brand ambassador for Cinoco Spirits. Hi, Mika. How are you?
Fine, fine. Finally there. No, I'm
Finally
good.
there.
Yeah, yeah.
So last time we did a session is about 5 weeks ago, I think. That was your first online session for Cinoco.
Exactly.
Of course, there is no more stress involved right now. You have been with Cinoco for a couple of months. What's the funnest thing you've done with Cinoco in the last couple of months?
The funnest thing. That's interesting. I think my
Visiting the
job is
drifter.
not fun. Huh.
Visiting the
Actually,
drifter.
actually, yeah, because every time I'm coming to Drifter, there is one guy that's always there with a lot of rum. And every time I'm just like passing by just to talk with Tom, and the guy said, "Hey, have you tasted this? Do you want to taste it?" I'm like,
Yeah,
"Huh."
he's like the world's best drug dealer, but he deals rum. Let's say.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah,
Hey, I
every
have
time
this
I'm
sample
like
in my bag.
3 hours later, I'm still there and start to be wasted. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What like the
A
word
hard
end
day's
bar.
work. A hard day's work, Mika.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I think that's one of the funniest thing with my job actually is meeting people that make me drunk. That's
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah. All right. So then we have made the little bridge then to our other speaker, who is Mr. Tom Neijens from the Drifter. Hi, Tom. How are you?
Hey! I am
Oh, shout out.
dead tired and eager to drink.
Yes, but you always look like you're in the mood for rum. Always.
Hey, man, I've got sugarcane juice in my veins, so bring it on.
Listen, I have a question for you, Tom. You
Mhm.
have a son now. He's almost 6 months old.
5 months today, actually.
5 months today. I was wondering, say in about 18 years' time, he comes up to you and he says, "Dad, I have to talk to you. I have to confess something. I actually really hate rum." What would you say to him?
Yeah. Then I failed as a father
You failed as a
because
father.
there's a rum for everyone. I'm sure
Yeah.
of that.
It's completely hypothetical, of course, Tom.
Yeah.
Yeah. But start worrying about it. The day may
Mhm.
come. All right, guys.
It would be worse if he would come up to me. It's like, "Hey, Dad, I'm a big fan of breezers." Like,
Oh yeah.
mm,
I love Don Papa.
mm. Yeah,
Yeah. Well,
you're not my son.
nightmares can always happen, you know. Listen, on to more fun stuff. I already told the people that we are starting with the Relicario. So I'm going to put it in my glass. I'll put an image of the bottle on the screen straight away. But what can we tell everybody about the Relicario, Mika?
Yeah, so it's a rum that we got from not so long ago. I think Dirk could say a little bit more about that. I don't know since when do we have it in the portfolio, but yeah, he's not talking. Okay, so yeah, so it's a 5 to 10 years Dominican rum. Okay, so we were talking just before about there is a rum for everybody. I think that rum would be for the people that are used to drink. I would say popular and quite commercial rums, like sweet rums, I would say. We talked about Don Papa. I think that's one of the rum that makes the bridge between the two worlds, actually, between the word of the popular and the more, I don't know if that's the right word, but holistic, a little bit for the connoisseur, I would say, about rum. So yeah, so 5 to 10 years, quite smooth, quite sweet. Also, you have that molasses taste, a little bit of spiciness coming from the woods. It's a bourbon cask, of course. And yeah, I think we can start to taste it all together.
Yeah. I'm trying to put the image on the screen, but the computer is lagging a little bit, so it'll pop up in a minute, I think.
Okay, well, let's talk about the nose first. So For me, actually, I think we can share what we think, because every time there is a new thing that someone's gonna smell or taste. For me, actually, the first thing I have is tobacco and vanilla directly. I think we can all agree on this. And then when we go a little bit further, you have a little bit of spices, but coming from the wood. So it's not too, it's not an extraordinary rum, as I would say. You know, we're gonna have a rum that are more complex in the range that we're gonna taste today. But that one has a body that makes a rum. Actually, yeah. How would you say that? Yeah, it crosses the details that we need to say. Okay, it's a rum. You know what I mean, right? Okay. Let's taste it.
It's a Solera aging, if I'm correct. No.
No, it's not. I was surprised too, because I heard that it was a Solera, but actually not. Actually, yeah. I don't know why people think that. Actually, I saw it the last time actually on the website also. And then when
that's where I got it.
Yeah, me too actually. And then when I was talking with Stefan, and he told me, no, it's not a Solera. Actually, there is another rum in our ranch, but I don't remember the name. That is made on Solera. I think either Prohibido. The Prohibido rum, that one is a Solera. That one is not a Solera. So
yeah. On the website it says a combination of a 5 and a 10-year static rum.
Exactly.
The cool thing about this one is it's bottled at 40% ABV, while most Dominican rums are a bit lower at 38. So
exactly.
it has a bit more body than what we're used from the Caribbean, from the Dominican.
Exactly. And actually, in the taste, it's when you're aware about the fact that it's 40%, actually, you're already prepared to not have something like exploding in your mouth. You know, within that one, actually, you have a quite strong caramel taste, molasses taste that stay, actually give you length in the palate, actually. So when you breathe in, breathe out, actually, you're still gonna have the same classic details that you're gonna have in the smell. So tobacco, caramel, and vanilla is gonna be really smooth, easy to drink. Actually, yeah.
Mark is asking if it is blended rum.
It's a blend, because like Tom said, actually, it's a 5 to 10 years old. So there is a blend between different rum. It's not a single cask. It's not a single production, I would say. But it's not a blend between. It's not how do you say that? I don't have the word in English. Embouteillage. So it's not coming from everywhere in the world. It's coming
from different countries. It's all Dominican.
Yeah. It's a distillery that has different rum. It's like every rum, every whiskey, actually, to have something like how do you say that, regularity. You always have to blend different rum to have the same profile. It's obligated. Yeah.
Is it one distillery? Mark asks.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, you have the 3 Bs of the Dominican Republic. It's Bermudez, Barcelo, and Brugal. The 3 big distilleries. I don't know which one makes this one. I know that it's based on 2 bottles that were stored in an old rum cellar that were discovered by Beveland distillers, and that's why they got like it's a relic. That's why they named it Relicario as a brand.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
I think in an earlier session, I think end of last year, we had the peated cask Relicario. Which was also pretty fun to taste.
Nice. I know that right now we have, maybe that's something new, that's something special that they make every year, because right now we have the vermouth cask in Relicario. It's a little bit older, and it's really special, actually, because you would think that with the vermouth, you would have something like a port cask finish, something really on the wine taste and a little bit on the tannic aspect. But because it's vermouth, and we cannot know which vermouth it is, but you have a lot of herbs actually coming out of it, a lot of absinthe. It's quite weird, actually, the first time, because you're not prepared to taste something like that, I think, you know. But it's quite interesting. You still have the same profile, but with the herbs in it, you know, and having like a herbal rum it's something that you have to comprehend, something you have to understand before being able to really fully degust it, I would say.
No, it also reminds me what you're telling now of the session we did about 2 weeks ago with Famirici, who also does these strange finishes and cask maturation and chestnut casks and stuff like that, which really infuse great flavors into the rum. So
exactly, yeah. We had the chance because, as I don't know if you can see on the glass, but it's from the rum tour. I stole it. I'm sorry, but it's so beautiful. But actually, I was with Stefan. He was with all the Richies, and we taste the last one, the OVNI number 3.
Yep.
That one is amazing. Damn. Actually, you have Emden, Caroni, and Vlug. I don't have the word.
Uitvlucht.
Thank you.
Uitvlucht from Guyana.
Exactly. And with a finish in Emden cask. That thing is so crazy good. Actually, it was really, really good. So expensive, but
well, Here you have, of course, something that's much more affordable.
Exactly.
The Delicario. So probably also pretty good to use in your basic rum cocktails, Tom.
Yeah, definitely. This one screams to be used in an El Presidente, in my opinion.
Exactly.
Because I'm pleasantly surprised how not sweet it is. I got the samples also very recently, so I didn't try them before the tasting. And I'm really surprised by this one. I didn't. It has depth. It's not the most outspoken rum, but it definitely has character, nice finish, nothing sticky going on. Title of my sex tape.
It's going to be a very different session from the last one, I feel.
Okay, let's go for dad jokes. Okay,
let's go. Yeah. All right. No, I actually really enjoy this too. I mean, it serves as a sipping rum. It serves as a mixing rum. It's it's like an all-rounder, I feel.
It's something in between. Like it's a good one to get people into rum, into quality rum, actually.
Yeah. And also, nice. I mean, I know it's not important, but I really love the bottle. It's heavy. It's just really nice square little bottle. So I like that.
Not easy behind the bar, but
No. But well, we're
not all bartenders.
No, we don't have to have compassion with bartenders, you know.
Please.
They get all the women, so
there you go.
That's true. Well, we used to.
Well, yeah.
No,
so does Dirk also, by the way.
Of course.
Ooh.
Should we go on to the next rum, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Next rum will be an 11-year-old Baku.
Exactly.
Baku? How do you pronounce it?
Baku.
Baku. Yeah. As strong as you can say, like Baku.
Yeah. Baku. It has nothing to do with the Dutch guys ordering Bacardi Coke. So it's
Baco.
Yeah, the Dutch people always have the tendency to shorten things, like the current abbreviation for an espresso martini is an ESMA.
Okay.
So now people start ordering. Dutch people are ordering ESMAs in the bar. Like it's this close to an enema. You know, it sounds okay.
Yeah,
Dutch people will never get it.
Apparently, Henny is also a thing, which is a Hennessy cognac.
Okay.
A Henny.
Okay. But Baku is a Bacardi Cola, but it has nothing to do with that. It's Baku, which actually is if I'm correct, it's a legendary little devil in Caribbean culture. So maybe Mika can tell us more about little devils.
Not especially, but no, actually, like you said, so it's like a myth. Actually, it's like a myth of it's like you have in Mexico, you have the chupacabra, for example, stuff. So, like you said, actually, it's a small demon that plays with that plays tricks on the population. You know, it's like a myth. So
it's like Jean-Marie de Decker in Belgium.
Yeah, it's a little devil that plays tricks on people. Yeah.
I don't have the reference.
No,
Oh,
no,
you
it's okay.
shouldn't.
It's
You
okay.
shouldn't. That's okay.
I don't think I should have it now. Okay.
No.
Okay.
It's probably also, if you look at the label, I've put it on the screen now. It's probably that little devil that's on the label there,
Yeah,
and it
Yeah,
says
yeah.
wish granted just above him.
Well, it's actually comparable with like a genie in a bottle. The legend is that there are bottles scattered around the Caribbean, which if you open the bottle, you unleash the Baku, which can grant you wishes if you treat it well. It's you can lure it with milk and bananas.
With milk and bananas.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, but you have to have respect for the creatures. So that's a story with the rum brand as well. You have to respect the rum. It's not it has to be treated with respect.
It's again Dominican.
Yes, Dominican Republic.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's,
Once again, we are at 40%. And it's gonna be quite close from the one before, but a little bit sweeter, a little bit more on the caramel. So there is a range of 3 different products. So you have the 3-year-old, the 7-year-old, and that one, the 11-year-olds. And personally, I prefer the 11 years old because the white one is at 40% for me. White one need more kick, you know. The 7 one is more sweeter than that one. I think in that one you have something interesting. You have that burnt caramelized sugar actually that come. It's not even caramel; it's really burnt sugar. You know, so you're gonna have something a little bit more woody, a little bit smoky, I would say. You know,
yeah,
and
leather.
sorry.
A bit of leather.
Exactly. A little bit more body animal, as I would say in French, actually. And you have really something straight to the point once again, actually. You have something, it's not so complex, but it goes where you need to go, actually. It's quite nice. Once again, something for people that doesn't know rum and wants to to be welcome in that kind of world without being too pushed, you know? So, yeah. So like I said, everything in the nose, you have that burnt caramel, actually, that burnt sugar that's gonna come. Less vanilla, less wood than in the other one, I think. I guess. But yeah, more sweets also.
Yeah, it's a lot more sweets. This one is, I was talking about the 3 Bs of the Dominican Republic earlier. This one is made at the San Pedro de Macorís distillery, which is the same distillery as Barcelo, for your information.
True.
Okay.
So, and if you have that in mind and you know the Barcelo range, then you get this. This is like Barcelo on steroids.
Yeah.
like a lot more flavor, but the same profile.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
The same. Let's call it like easygoing sweetness, something like that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But without being too much, actually, that's always the point for me. You can go on the sweet part. You can go because everybody needs something, but you cannot go too far because when you go too far, you lose actually the rum. That's why we were talking about Don Papa. That's why Don Papa is not a rum anymore because there is too much sugar in it. That's the point. No, in that one, yeah, I think you're really at the limit of what we can do with sugar in a rum. Yeah.
Does that also mean, since it's sweeter, Tom, that we use this in different kind of cocktails, or what would you say?
Well, this one, if I would use it in a cocktail, I would balance the sweetness with a bit of sour. This one is more like a Queen's Park Swizzle kind of, like a mojito on steroids kind of thing. I would not make well, you could make Manhattans with it, but yeah, if you make like rum old fashions like classic like that, then you have to really balance your sugar because you don't want to add too much sugar. Would be cool though to add like a bit of liqueur, like a spoon of coffee liqueur instead of simple syrup for your old fashioned. Yeah, that could be nice.
Yeah, it would have a little bit more alcohol in it also, give you more power, and play also on the bitters. Yeah, of course. For example, well, it's not the same brand, but we talked about it last time. you have GM that made cacao bitter now.
Mm.
And that one actually is really nice because it's really on the white cacao. So really the bitterness coming from the cacao. We don't have that chocolate flavor that's coming in most of the cacao bitters. So I think that one would make it rounder, but without killing it, and with, I would say, reduce a little bit the sugar feeling that you will have in mouth. Yeah. And playing, yeah, like you said, with a coffee liquor or even another sugar, actually playing with agave, for example, actually to give you some veggie notes, some green notes,
or some palm sugar to give it a bit more vanilla feel.
Exactly. Yeah.
Guys who are tasting with us, I don't see many tasting notes or feedback yet, but please put it in the chat if you want to share something with us. Anything you want to share is good, basically. So looking forward to that. If not, I'll let these guys geek out on cocktail recipes. So I don't know if that's what you want, but
I think the nose is very interesting. My glass is empty now, but if like the dried rum now in the nose, you have a very you have a lot more oakiness and tobacco.
Yeah, where the tobacco was very much in the front with the Relicario, with this one it comes in the aftertaste. It's more gentle than the previous one, Tom says.
Yeah,
I agree. This because it's sweeter. It's yeah.
Yeah. Mark gets vanilla, tobacco, cartlet of slightly burnt caramel, which makes it a lot sweeter than the predecessor. Even some wood smoke and leather. So yeah, some of the things we talked about. Yeah. But so we had Relicario and Baku, both from the Dominican Republic, both from different distilleries, but still related in a way, flavor-wise.
Yeah, definitely. It's the same profile. Great minds think alike. And it's really how should I put it? A very weird introduction to the rest of the rums of the range because things are going to get batshit crazy very fast now.
For the lineup now, you mean?
Yeah.
Let's, without further ado, go to the batshit crazy stuff.
Yes.
And probably the one that I was looking forward to most tasting tonight is that crazy little rumscal thing.
If I can say something first, clean your glass.
Clean your glass. I've got a new glass, Mika. I've got a new glass.
Yeah, that's another thing. Yeah. Just for small information, it's made by the same company actually than Baku.
Okay.
So
cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Actually, the guy that made Cologne. So Rumscal is from the Cologne branch, I would say. So Cologne Salvadoreno, just for the explanation, it's a bartender rum made by bartenders for bartenders. And the idea is to have the perfect rum blends for cocktails, and most especially daiquiris. So the basic for that one, for the rumscal, would be to have the rum. So the rum is a blend between some Salvadorian rum, it's Cihuatán, and some Jamaican rum. So, for example, I know you have Worthy Park, and you can smell it directly. And for the others, I'm not sure, so I'm not going to say something.
It's Hampden Estates, and there's unaged from Worthy Park, there's unaged from Hampden Estate, and there's aged from Worthy Park, if I'm correct. Let me check my notes. Scroll.
So and the rums make up 66% of the blend,
and Money Musk.
And Money Musk, yeah.
So it's
the biggest one.
Yeah. So unaged pot still Jamaican rum from Worthy Park, Hampden, and Money Musk, and a 3-year-old Jamaican pot still from Worthy Park.
Which gonna give you actually a perfect blend. I think personally, actually, we did the competition with Cologne, actually, daiquiri competition, which was awesome. And actually, I had to taste 30 daiquiris made with Cologne.
Oh, le pauvre.
Yeah, that was a sad day. but I know that's one of my favorite rum for daiquiri, because most of the time you have to play with different rums to have something different, because doing just one light rum or one dark rum is going to be not as complex as you would like it to be, I would say. But with that one, actually, you have the both in one bottle, actually, which is quite easy for a bar, for a bartender, actually, that doesn't want to play too much, I would say. And in the range, so you have that one, you have the same one infused with coffee that we're going to talk in another masterclass about
I think that session is in September or October. We've got a coffee masterclass. Yeah,
exactly. So that one is infused with coffee for 48 hours. So that's interesting because it's a coffee rum, but without sugar. So it gives you actually the smell of a coffee liquor, but without the sugar. It's quite interesting actually to work with. And then you have the rum and rye. So it's a blend of rum and rye whiskey.
That's a 50-50 blend.
Exactly. Then you have the rye, 100%, so 50 degree. And then they made the rum scout, which is the last one they just made, actually. So it's a blend, as you can see, with 66% of the rum colon, I explained before, and some mezcal. And it's really, really weird, actually, because I like it. And I don't know why.
Yeah, and he only likes weird stuff.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm not a fan of agaves and mezcal in general. It's not too much my thing. But actually, the rum gives it a different, I would say, opening, a different profile, a different entrance in the world of mezcal. It helps you actually to understand a little bit more the smokiness. With the first entry of the rum, so you have the sweetness and in the nose you have directly the worty part actually coming in the nose, that's melting with the smokiness of the mezcal. The two green notes actually goes perfectly together. And then in the mouth you're gonna have the Salvadoran rum that gave you a rumness actually. So for me it's a really perfect balance. It works pretty well.
I feel like it's a great way to again introduce people to mezcal.
Exactly.
Because it's a lot easier to sip than a mezcal generally is, I feel. I actually like it too, but I really love the rum rye too.
But about the rum rye, I don't know if you can talk about the other branch if we have time or something.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. We lost some. Okay. So yeah, actually, the rum rye is interesting because when the owner of the brand told me about it, he said that the rum rye, the goal is to present something to the rum fans that want to try whiskey, in that way. And when I tasted it, actually, I didn't agree with him, because for me, it's the other way that you should go. It's for whiskey lovers that want something different, because in that case, it's the same thing for me. It's for mezcal lovers that want something different. Because for me, you have more the rye or the mezcal in that case coming right in. It's the first thing that you're going to taste. If you don't like that part, it's going to be difficult to taste the rest. You know what I mean? So for me, it's when you like mezcal and you want something a little bit different. It's that way, and more difficult to think it's the other way around, I would say. That's my point of view, of course.
Well, but to be honest, when I got the list of the things we're gonna try, I saw a rum skull at the list, and I'm like, what? Seriously? What else are they? Wat gaan ze nog uitvinden? Allee. But then, when we were talking about when we prepared this tasting, me and Jeroen, he said like, yeah, but it's from Ron Colon, and I was like, this might be good. And now that I tried, I'm like, damn, this is crack cocaine. This is
wow, good stuff. Yeah.
You're gonna have to beep it, I think.
I pity the purists, because they will bash this and they will hate this, and
they will miss out. Yeah.
Poor purists. This is fucking delicious.
Really easy to drink.
Yeah. 49 ABV.
Yeah, it's 99 proof. I guess they did it 99 proof because it's 33 plus 66, so 99.
Yeah. No, they're smart. They're smart in the branch, actually. They have good ideas. Like I said, bartenders for bartenders. They think that way, actually. Yeah, it's not something. It's not a sipping product. It's not a sipping spirit. Of course, it's not that like that. You should think about it. But
Hey man, give me this. Give me this. I'll enjoy this as a sipping thing every day of the week.
Yeah, but because you're crazy. But
true.
But the research they made behind the product, it was to make cocktails, actually. So if you think about it as a bartender, as a cocktail-wise person, I would say, you can think about a lot of stuff to make with it, actually. The thing that I tried, the first one, was to make, of course, a margarita, because always try classics before doing something else. And then an espresso martini. And it works perfectly in the espresso martini, actually. Yeah, it gives you extra smokiness, and it gives you the roundness that goes with the coffee. So you have two profile combined in one product. Is amazing, really amazing to work with.
Hey man, this one screams penicillin twists.
Exactly, true. With some agave syrup instead of honey.
Oof.
I don't have ginger. Fuck.
I have one downstairs, but I don't think she will let me use her in my drink.
So if you don't know what a penicillin is, maybe it's good to say it. So basically, normally a penicillin cocktail is a cocktail made with Scotch whiskey and peated whiskey with lemon, honey, and ginger. So it's one of the best cocktails in the world because
delicious stuff.
Exactly, it worked perfectly in the winter. It worked perfectly in the summer. It's out of weather. Actually, it's wonderful. And so, yeah, he said that because the smokiness and the roundness goes perfectly with ginger and honey and lemon.
Yeah, you've basically got the base blend of whiskey and peated whiskey that you have in penicillin. You have it in one bottle. Here. So
exactly.
you have the rum, and you have the.
And also, if I can add, yes, it's a blend of rum and mezcal, but it's a blend of several rums chosen to fit with the mezcal. You know, It's not just rum and mezcal. It's an unaged Jamaican. It's an aged pot still Jamaican. It's a El Salvador rum. So it's a mariage parfait. Amazing. Very, very good.
Tasting notes from Mark. Very interesting nose on agave, almond shavings, pickles, and soft smoke. A feast on the taste, herbal, green, and spicy, but with a nice sweet undertone from the rum. This is very exciting, and I tend to agree. This is exciting stuff. Not for the purists, as you said, Tom, but
well, for them, you know.
I have a feeling that the purists are kind of dying out.
They are, and that's a good thing, you know. Extremism is always negative.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is a very multicultural rum.
Yeah, it's
quite woke. Quite
woke. Yeah.
But I also have a feeling that it's the last couple of years that these sorts of products get the chance to shine, because 5 years ago it would have been impossible to make this.
When you see, sorry, go ahead.
No, like I said, like I saw the name Rumscal, which I must say I would choose a different name, but still. And I was like, okay, this is another. It sounds like a cheap knockoff new liqueur, but then you try it, it's like, God.
Exactly. And that's how they make the brand, actually. Like I said about the rum rye, they explained me how the idea came. Actually, you have one cocktail, I would say classic cocktail, that's called the Ryan Gosling, which is a cocktail made with rye whiskey and rum, actually. And it was quite popular, I think, more in the States. In here, I never tasted before, so I'm not sure in here, I never heard about it, but more in the States. And that's how they made, okay, let's make a blend of the rye and the rum to use in cocktail, actually, because it works in that case. And that's start to make their portfolio, actually, their products. They start to think like that, okay, what a bartender can use, actually. What would be easier to have behind the bar, that kind of stuff,
Okay,
how to be interesting.
Let's do a little brainstorm for them the next 2 or 3 minutes. What is the next product they should make? What are we missing? We have rum and rye, we have rum and mezcal.
Gin and Baileys.
Gin and Baileys.
Oh, I puked. I'm sorry. Oh, I died a little bit.
We'll call it Ginley.
Oh, fuck.
Or Baiju. Yeah, that's something.
By Gin.
Yeah.
Bye, Gin. Yeah. You sell by itself. Yeah.
No, but
yeah. Go ahead.
What I really love the rum and rye as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I really love it in classic speakeasy style drinks.
Mm-hmm.
People have a misconception about classic cocktails and speakeasy style 1920s cocktails. Everybody makes their old fashioned with a whiskey and their Manhattans with whiskey. But I'm sorry, but whiskey, during Prohibition, it was very hard to get whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
It was very easy to get rum. So every Manhattan and old fashioned that was made in the 1920s was made with rum. And in that mindset, I think the rum and rye is a very cool concept to use in classic drinks.
Exactly. Yep.
Tom says it's a nice one to let people taste something different from what they are used to. Nice to put in a tasting lineup, and I guess in a blind tasting lineup, it's going to be a lot of fun to.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to do that.
Bar.
Yeah. All right. Cool stuff, guys. I'm really happy to have tasted this. I had to wait for more than a week since the bottle was open, but I'm really happy now that I tasted. I love it. So there you go. Since we are going to the vegetable side, the veggie side, let's go on to the white rum that we have in the lineup, which is the Paparullo.
Yes.
The Le Rejeton.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we should clean our glasses because it's not going to be the same at all.
No, I've got 6 clean glasses, Mika. I am so professional.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I wasn't talking to you, but anyway.
Yeah. I think everybody in the line in the tasting here is.
Jeroen, you're the only one who can drink straight from the bottle. So.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead.
So. Ooh.
First of all, it's a 56% white rum agricole, and it's called Le Rejeton. Why is it called Le Rejeton?
So Le Rejeton. So first, Paparullo is from Guadeloupe.
Mm-hmm.
It's a new distillery. It started in 2021, so not so long ago. So that's why actually they don't have that many really aged rum, really old rum. And it's called Le Rejeton because Le Rejeton in French mean the new kid. The little kid, I would say, Le Rejeton. Okay.
The Benjamin.
Not especially the Benjamin, but the small kid, the kid.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Like Billy the Kid would be Billy le Rejeton, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So it's a white rum, so that's why they call it like that, actually, because it's the white, the young rum that they have, and like you say, it's 56%, and you can already smell actually I would say the Guadeloupean style of agricole rum. The last time we tasted GM Atelier, you're on something totally different, of course.
Oh yeah,
way more sugarcane in the nose, because of course, let's say once again, agricole rum are made with sugarcane juice, not molasses, like the last one that we tasted. So you have all that herbs, that green taste, actually, the green smell that you're gonna have in the nose, because it's 56%. It's going to be really well profiled, really well. How do I say that? Strong in the smell, I would say.
Yep.
Ooh. Yeah, so it's a really quite new distillery, and it's nice because you can see for once, because most of the time the distillery are quite old, it's been centuries or decades and stuff like that. Now you can see actually from the beginning what's going to be in a few years, actually. Yeah, what we're going to see, which product you're going to have in 10 years, 12 years, what kind of rum they're gonna have. Yeah.
Mm. Well, but the story behind the brand is it has some history. Like the name Paparugo, do you know where it comes from?
Actually, I don't know.
Well, actually, it was the nickname of a master farmer who worked from the 1920s to the 1980s as a sugarcane farmer, and he was like the go-to guy on the islands to know when sugarcane was like mature to harvest. And apparently, it's his grandsons that started the brand. So, and his nickname was Paparugo. So.
Okay. Didier is saying it's a distillery that has been set up by the planters.
Yes, it's a collective. It's a collective. Yes, it's yeah. Yay,
always
socialism.
Nice. Yeah. and Bjorn and Joran are saying, I don't know who is there, if it's Bjorn or Joran from Rocktails. It smells like a ripe banana. I'd say banana peel even.
You smell like a ripe banana.
Yeah.
Oh damn, bird. I understand what she means. Actually, yeah, you have that exotic tropical fruits that's coming. Yeah. But I think because it's young, for me, you have more the green banana. You know, the one that's not mature enough. You know, that smell that you can have in some Jamaican rum also. Actually, yeah, it's really interesting. That's why actually I want to see in a few years what's going to be their old 10 years old.
How this is going to evolve. Yeah.
Exactly.
This is such a beautiful distillate. Like it's how much? 56.
Yeah, 56%.
It's lemonade. You know, it's very, very well balanced. Yeah.
The first thing I thought when I smelled and tasted was dirty. But and I like it.
But in a good way.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, in a good
rustic.
way. Yeah.
They're rustic.
Someone in the chat is saying they distill with pot. No, there's no marijuana used in the creation of this rum. It is a copper pot still though.
Yes.
It's good to have some professionals in the audience. So
we said no silly questions. That's right.
No, it's not a
Only
question.
Silly answers.
It was actually a statement, so not a question. So pretty good. Exactly. Dirk is saying rejeton is also the name of the button from which a new sugarcane shoot will grow. I don't know.
Could be. I didn't know that.
Something I learned.
Okay. So it's the name of the new generation. That's what you mean, right?
Yeah. Okay. I guess that's the idea behind it. And if that's the second meaning of it. Comme un rejet en français. Didier dit.
Comme un rejet.
Un rejet. Je connais pas le mot en français, mais voilà.
Okay.
Herbal, cooked vegetables, touch of brine and a sweet and sour undertone, unripe banana, quirky and pleasant, but I couldn't sip this all night.
Yeah, it's for the day. Sorry.
It's for the day.
Yeah. Mark is always spot on with his tasting notes.
What a nerd.
But I agree.
Exactly. Yeah.
I love sipping this because I'm an alcoholic, to be honest. But give me like a little bit of sugar and a little bit of lime. This is the perfect tea blanche.
Yeah.
That's not the idea. Yeah, I think we're gonna taste the next one, a little bit older one. Maybe it's gonna be more something suited for the evening, something a little bit more, because I mean, like you said, for tiponche is for the day. Actually, something you're gonna drink the sun. You know, enjoy yourself. It's not something that you're gonna drink before, just after dinner. You know, it's not like that. No.
Well, it's completely different from like the two first rums we tasted, the Dominican ones, which are the perfect introduction, like for a broad audience. Everybody will like them, and nobody will be mad at them. This is something where you can really, some people will really hate it, and some people will absolutely love it, I think. So. Yeah, it's not easy. It's always
the same story. It's always the same story with agricole or French style rums. You have lovers, you have haters. But this one actually could convince a lot of haters.
Yeah,
because I think it's very easy drinkable.
I actually think that lots of peated whiskey lovers will really love this. Because it's got the same kind, for me, it's got the same kind of vibe that stuff like Lechik or has going on in some bottlings.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. Okay.
Nobody has to agree with me. I'm just
No,
the host, so I
yeah,
don't
we're-
know anything.
But we're not agreeing, you know.
Yeah.
No, I know.
Just want to be
I
polite,
feel it.
you know.
Yeah, I feel like the
Maybe-
tumbleweed is going
maybe
across the
that
screen.
maybe that sugar cane in the background is fermenting a little bit, and
Yeah.
the papers are.
Yeah, maybe it's bamboo after all. Yeah, Google fooled me again. Yeah. Maybe it's a good idea to, as Mika was saying, to put the San Blau, which is the next one in the lineup, put it next to this one, if you've got 2 glasses, of course. So you can taste the one without aging and with aging next to each other.
Could you say that before I finish my previous glass, please?
Exactly. Just at the moment, I was like, oh, damn.
Yeah, guys. But
Anyway, I'm going to
you,
drink in another time.
yeah. So the next one is the Paparullo élevé
Samblage.
sous bois Samblage. Samblage, not Samblau,
Yes.
Samblage. Yeah.
Assemblage, which means blending, actually. It's how do you say that? Creole word
Mhm.
for assemblage.
Assemblage. Yeah.
I love Creole. Creole is such a warming and easy language once you get used to it.
Yeah, but you have to get used to it because when
Yeah.
you hear two Creole people talking together, you're like, are they speaking French? Is that a language? That's weird. Yeah. I get that.
Mhm.
But it's really fun. I'm not gonna try to speak Creole because people are gonna get mad on YouTube. But yeah, that's a beautiful language. So basically, for the blend for that assemblage, it's a blend of 5 different rum. Okay, they're aged between 15 and 20 months, so that's why it's quite young. Élevé sous bois. That's what it means. I don't remember the degree, but I think it's
49, 48.5.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's way less strong than the other one. It's reduced for 5 months, if I'm right. Yeah.
Well, it says on the bottle here, put in the casks in 2021, blended in 2022, and bottled in 2022.
Yeah, but I mean they reduce it with clear water from I don't remember the river close to it, but I think it takes 5 months. So they are so the water is well incorporated. So it's not
for the marriage between the water and the
exactly. Most of the sometimes actually, and I had that with some whiskey. I don't remember the brand some time ago, where actually you can feel that the water and the alcohol is not melting, it's not blending well actually. So you have something quite strong but without taste, you know. So it's quite weird. In that case, actually, it took 5 months, so at least drop by drops, you know what I mean. And so it's well incorporated, so it's not going to be too cleavage. I don't know the word in English.
Cleavage.
It's too separated, I would say.
Yeah. There's no separation, no division between.
Exactly.
They integrate it perfectly.
Yeah, an harmony.
Harmony.
Hey, I just
No
discovered
singing, guys.
what cleavage is like. The separation. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mika doesn't know what cleavage means in the way that you know what it means, Tom.
But it's a separation of 2 things, you know.
Yeah, now I know. You're dirty.
Yeah.
This is
If I don't know,
so.
I know if it's related to sex anyway with you. Come on.
This is so delicate in the nose.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
beautiful.
Completely different from the Ajdon, I feel. Even with just like, what is it? As you said, a year and a half of aging, it's completely.
Yeah,
18
between
months.
15 and 20, yeah. 20 months, yeah, sorry. But for me, it's I love white agricultural rum because I love the sugarcane smell. Actually, you know, that's something really important for me. And that's for me, that's something that you lose quite a lot in that one. Which is quite sad for me, actually. But you gain something different, actually. You gain something more, more easy to drink for everybody once again, actually, because you don't have that agricultural green taste and smell that most of the people that doesn't like agricole rum number 8. With that one, actually, you have something more easy, actually, to go around, to be welcomed once again in the agricole family, I would say. Yeah.
They also use, as it says on the label, a mix of new French oak and also cognac barrels.
Yeah, exactly.
It says on the label. So
there is four kinds of cask. Sorry, I don't remember which one, so I have to check once again. So sorry. So,
I
yeah,
see.
French,
It says Chêne Français, donc French oak. It says American oak, new virgin American oak, and then it says Fût Roux ex cognac.
Exactly. So you have the ex cognac, the American, but also the French oak is a new one. So it didn't have anything in it. So that's why you have lots of wood coming in 15, 20 months, you know?
And if I'm correct, Fût Roux means once filled, and then. No?
I didn't know the terminology, so I don't know what it means.
I think I'll Google it, but I think Fût Roux means only one fill.
So basically, first fill cognac casks. Yeah, Mark is saying first fill too. And Didier is confirming, so we can now be sure.
Yeah.
They're faster than Google. That's incredible.
Yes. It's good to know that next time I'm looking for something, I will text Mark first.
Mark or Didier, doesn't matter.
This one, it's very, very floral in the nose, I would say. It's sweet, but not sugary sweet. It reminds me of that, like if you go to a tropical, like rainforest country, and you buy local honey. That's the things I get in here, like very, floral honey notes. I'm amazed that this is only 18 to 20 months on a cask, because it.
Yeah, but once again,
especially after tasting the white one just before, because it's so different. And I'm actually going to try and leave some in the glass and come back to it in an hour's time, because you come from the white one, so you even got more of that reference in your palate now. I feel so. I'd really like to try it without any reference to the white version.
And I saw someone talking about when we were talking about the Rocheton, someone saying that it's quite peppery. Actually, you still have that part. Actually, you still have on the tongue, you still have that peppery taste that's come with it. It's cool. It's quite like at least peppermints. You know what I mean? You know, freshness of the pepper like that is quite nice. Yeah. And once again, cocktails, you have plenty of things to do with that. Actually, yeah. You can do a classic Tiponche, Tivieux with that one, of course.
Maybe you could remind people of what is a classic tea punch? What's the recipe?
Classic tea punch is the one that you're gonna like.
Yes. The thing with a tea punch is chacun prépare sa propre mort.
Exactly.
So here's a jar of sugar. Here's some limes. Help yourself. Yeah. Just. And if you want some ice, the door is there.
That's true. No, but let's say to make a classic traditional tea punch as classic as possible, you take the lime. So you have to take off the peel, but with a little bit of chair.
Meat. The pulp. Vruchtvlees.
I guess. And you do what we call the pressé lâché. So you just press it a little bit and you drop it in the glass, and then you add a drop of sugar if you need to. You shouldn't. And then your rum, and just stir it a little bit, and that's it. You have a tea punch. That's why it's so easy to make, but so many people do. I'm not saying do it wrong, because everybody does it as they want, but a lot of people are gonna do it like a caipirinha. You know what I mean? With a lot of sugar, a lot of lime, and at that point you don't taste anymore the rum. Actually, the idea.
Maybe that's the idea. If they're using the bad rums, they don't want to taste the rums anymore.
Well, I seen tea punch like that with really good rums. I was like, why? Why you do that? yourself. So yeah, so that's quite always the same actually.
I was pleasantly surprised. Like 2 weeks ago, like some people might know, but my bar is closed at the moment. I'm moving to a new location, but I am still a semi-prostitute and I need money, so I did a cocktail workshop. And the cocktails workshop was about tropical drinks, and I made them a punch. We made a daiquiri together, and because I was that tired from having a five-month-old kid and opening a new bar, I was like, okay, our last drink we're gonna make is a tea punch, and we made a tea punch together, and everybody did it like they wanted. I didn't give any ice, and they were like, oh wow, this is really refreshing. Even though there's no ice, it's just like the combination of a little bit of lime, a little bit of sugar, and the agricole rum that opens up a whole new thing, you know. And it was, I know, in these woke days, it's wrong to say women drinks and men drinks, but the workshop was mostly females, and they all preferred the tea punch of the drinks they had that day. So that was really interesting for me. I was like, whoa. First of all, agricole rum is not for everyone. But then in the tea punch form, suddenly it clicked. It all worked. So that was very cool, very interesting. Even without the ice.
Paparuyo is quite a new distillery, as you said, Mika. Do you know what their plans are? Where are they going in the future? What are they doing?
Actually, no, I don't have that much information about Paparuyo. That's too bad. If maybe Dirk has more information. I know that Stefan is talking about the guy quite often, and normally we're gonna have one of the owner in Belgium in a few time. So maybe we're gonna be able to make a masterclass in person. Would be nice. Yeah, and we can have a little bit more information. But me, I don't have that much information for the future.
Do they have other products besides the rejeton and the assemblage?
Yes. Well, the rejeton is already the second batch, so they're making new batches. And if I remember good, there is one other product. I need to check it before saying something bad.
Single cask, Didier says.
Fired, I would say. Thank
Heritage. Heritage, probably then.
Yeah.
And also some vieux coming up. And they are at the same place as a brewery. It's one of the cleanest distilleries. Okay. I always imagine
a good thing.
No, I always imagine rum distilleries like these old and dirty places, but I don't know if that's.
Some are very dirty, some are completely clean. It depends.
Also, don't remember the single cask, but it's because it is sold out, Dirk says. So, and there's a 3-year coming out and some new whites. So there's lots of new stuff from Paparuyo coming in. I think it's quite an interesting new distillery.
Yeah, Voyage. Voyage was also very good.
Yeah. If you taste these two rums, quite interesting.
Well, actually, they're making a Brut d'Arambic, Brut de Colonne, with 66%.
Okay.
It's going to be good.
66%, all right.
Yeah. Life started at 60. That's perfect.
Well,
if you make it to 60.
two times the age of Jesus, 66. So there you go.
Yeah. That's good. Okay, nice.
What do you think, guys? Should we move on to some spiced rum?
Yay!
Time for desserts.
Tambu. Tom, you sent me a link for a video about Tambu. Should I just show that as an introduction?
No, it's not a video about the rum. It's more like a video to give people an idea about what Tambu bamboo is in Trinidad culture.
Yeah.
Play the video. I'll give some.
Yeah, it's a minute and 9 seconds long. I'll put it on the screen for you if it works. Just give me a sec. Share sounds. Share the screen. Wait for it to be on the screen. There you go. And I'll have fun for the next minute and 9 seconds, guys.
You can all dance. We won't judge.
So yes, Reggie can learn a thing of two of these guys.
Reggie.
What you guys saw was a traditional tambour bamboo band to give you guys an idea and to give you guys a perspective of how amazing this is. Trinidad was a British colony, and at a certain point of time, the British, because they like to ban fun stuff, they made drums illegal in Trinidad. So it was illegal for locals to play the drums. So what did they do? They chopped bamboo and they modified it as a drum. So you see them beating the bamboo on the ground and also hitting it with a smaller bamboo. Yeah, exactly. And yeah, that was the way of the people from Trinidad to go around that ban on drums. And the tambour bamboo got also banned in 1984 by the British, my birth year. So yeah, I think it's really cool for Angostura to use that word and that concept as their spice rum. You know, it's like an homage to Trinidad culture. And yeah, just wanted to share that with you guys.
I remember doing the masterclass with Daniel Jones. I think it was in late 2021 that we did an online masterclass with him, and he was talking about this product, which was about to be released, but it wasn't on the market yet. So, and everybody was like, "Oh yeah, looking forward to this, to the tambour." So, glad to have it in the glass now. Also, great bottle, great vibe, great labeling. I mean, just love this it just breeds fun, I feel.
They express the carnival in Caribbean.
Yeah.
Yeah. So to be honest, actually, it's the first time I'm gonna taste it.
Really? Woo.
Yeah. I have the bottle in my house for 2 weeks. I didn't taste it yet. I wasn't ready.
Yeah.
Ooh, Mark's bottle says spiced spirit drink instead of spiced rum.
Ah, that's interesting.
Mine says spiced spirit drink too. There you go.
Maybe it's not just sugarcane derived spirit. Maybe there's something else in there.
Maybe it's too much sugar, maybe, or something.
No. Otherwise, there's spiced rum is still a rum-based liqueur.
Yeah.
So I think they're using another just.
Mark, this could be a legal definition issue for the EU markets.
Yeah, probably could be.
It could just be that, you know, that it's probably just rum, but they can't use it because there's vanilla, passion fruit, chewing gum.
Well, it's mostly cardamom. Lots of cardamom, vanilla, cinnamon, cloves.
Oh, Bjorn Joren, Rocktails, you have a cocktail with the tambour already, so please share the recipe if you want. Share.
You have a lot of star anise also in it.
Yeah, and it's not. It is sweet, but it's definitely not sticky sweet. And actually, it's on the brink of sweetness, in my opinion, for a spiced rum. So it's yeah.
I completely agree. This is not what you would expect from a spiced rum to be on the sweetness level.
No.
I feel. Yeah.
There's this tiki bartender in Ghent who made a recipe for a spiced rum, and that spiced rum is a lot sweeter than this one. I don't know.
Pineapple on the barbecue, says Mark. That's a good reference. At least if you cover the pineapple in cinnamon and cardamom. Delicious. I think it's a good thing that we ended the tasting with
yeah, of course.
You can't really start with this, even though it's lower in alcohol than, for example, the paparuyos. But
yeah, the alcohol of this, the alcohol ratio of the booze in this tasting was like a Gauss curve. It was like going up and going down. Perfect ending, perfect dessert. But to be honest, I think the Baku was sweeter than this.
Yes, of course. Yeah, I think so too. Yeah. But I think also it's more expressive. I think the fact that you have all the spices coming right up actually give you less time to express the sugar. I would say Baku is more straight, so you have time to feel the sugar.
Okay, guys. So spiced rum. How do you use spiced rum?
Oh, a lot of stuff. Actually, and I don't like that, but that would go in a good rum and coke.
Yeah, I agree.
Exactly,
I totally agree. I was,
fuck yeah. I was tasting. I was like, I need a coke right now. Actually, yeah.
A coke. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Nobody saw the white powder on your nose, so it's okay.
What you talking about? I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. It was Sarkozy, but yeah, that was a bad one. Okay. Yeah, actually, for me, yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's because the thing, like, I never understood the concept of spiced rum and coke, because spiced rum is extremely sweet, coke is extremely sweet, but this one really is. Yeah, that would definitely work. That was exactly even when I smelled it, was like, oh fuck.
Coca-Cola. But not with Coca-Cola, actually, with something a little bit like the Fentimans one, for example. There's
Fritz.
more on the cola. Or Fritz, yeah, for example, too. Yeah, for me, with less sugar. I mean, a Coke with less sugar, actually. Yeah.
Franklin and Sons cocktail says, and Dirk has a good point, actually. It's spiced rum with still a rum taste, because that's what I often feel with spiced rums, is you lose the rum and you get only the herbs and the spices.
True.
Well, the thing with spiced rum is you have every dog with a head on puts a spiced rum on the market these days. And
it's the new gin, Tom. It's the new gin.
Yeah, and that's
that's
the thing. That's sad, because you really have quality spiced rum, but all the garbage that's out there drowns the rest, and everybody. So people get a perception of spiced rum that's like, oh, it's horrible, it's terrible. But I tried this one a couple weeks ago at Salon de Rum in Paris with Danielle, and I had my expectations were like this low, but I got blown away. It was my discovery of the Rum Fest, and yeah, I had some other stuff as well, but that was really surprising how good it is, basically. It's the same with the Amaro as well. They put the Amaro is like Angostura bitters as a liqueur. But this one is really like the Caribbean spiced rum. This is what you get when you go to a small shack on a beach and you see a jar on the shelf with some stuff floating in, and that's this stuff.
Yeah, I was trying to think about even like references to in spice rum, well known actually, to find where I can put it, and actually I don't find it, because it's not like a Ghostling or something like that. It's really more on the dark molasses taste, That one is really still a light rum in it, You still have the vibe of Angostura behind it, yeah. And it's not like a Captain Morgan and stuff like that doesn't taste as a rum, not at all. So yeah, so you're between I don't even know, actually. I don't know how to place it in the spice rum word, I would say, yeah. But in cocktail, actually, yeah, I think it's one of the last spice rum that I could use without making a blend of different rum. You know what I mean? Most of the time you're gonna blend the spice rum in other rums, or you're gonna make a dark and stormy, for example. I wouldn't try it in a dark and stormy, because I think the ginger would be too much. But maybe more with a ginger ale, something less on the ginger, more on the lime side, I would say, or something like a Coke. Once again, yeah, or working on a highball, easy to drink. I don't know if Cocktails has put the.
No, they haven't shared the recipe yet. Maybe it's very secret.
Come on, guys. Don't be selfish.
We won't tell, and the rest of
No,
YouTube
no, no.
will.
Yeah, we're gonna say to YouTube don't post it. You know.
Oh, no. I'll edit it out. No stress.
Yeah.
Sometimes I have the feeling, guys, and I don't know if you would agree with me, because if I'm not, of course, into the rum world like you guys are, but when I look at the rum world, I see lots of the attention going to Jamaica and Barbados
Oof.
and stuff like that, and I feel sometimes like this gets left out. Angostura as a brand or Trinidad gets left out a little bit or left behind, I would say. I don't know if that's true, but I get that feeling.
You have hypes and you have trends, and the trends at the moment is high ester stuff, and more esters the better. And I
Yep.
agree, there's some very interesting stuff going on, and there's good stuff, but it's not about the numbers, it's about the taste. And it doesn't mean that if a rum has like 14 grams per hectoliter esters, yeah, you have esters and you have esters, you know. As you can have a rum that has like a very low amount of esters, but the esters are related to a certain flavor.
Mm.
And then you have another rum which has like an insane amount of esters, but they are all very shitty, you know.
Yeah.
There's like this hype going on about high ester rums. I don't get it. I don't get it.
It's a bit
actually,
like-
I do get it. It's the same with the gin tonic hype back in the days.
Or
Like,
or
oh,
with the
let's have
PP
like 500 botanicals in our gin. Oh, why not?
or like the ppm hype in the peated whiskey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same
Exactly
thing.
the same. Exactly the
The
same.
more extreme, the
Well,
better. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that it's easy
yeah.
to say, but people
I-
are easily convinced by numbers and
Mhm.
should trust their palate a lot more.
I think another part of why you see a little bit less of Angostura, you see less Angostura than the others. I think it's also the degree of alcohol, because the white one, for example, the white one, the 3 years old, is 37.5.
Yep.
Which means it's quite light, actually. Me, my dream with Angostura is that they make a white one, but at 45 or 50%. Really, just to see actually what they can do with that percentage of alcohol and see what's going to be, because Angostura has good taste. You know, it has a good taste, and that's why you have a lot of TDL in a lot of blends in
Mhm.
the world of rum. You know, if you're looking for plantation, for example, they use a lot of TDL, for example, Trinidad Distillery. And I would love actually to see that taste with the strength of alcohol behind it, actually. Basically. You know, to have something more powerful, more complex, actually, that can stay in a cocktail. Because a daiquiri or mojito with Angostura 3 years old is going to be quite flat. I have to say it. Yeah, you have to blend it. If you blend it, actually, you can have a good profile because you're going to insert himself in other products, you know. But alone is quite difficult.
Wait, Nick, Mika, are you saying you're not using 9 centiliters of Angostura 3 years in your mojito?
I'm not a bartender anymore, so I don't do mojitos anymore. And I would talk. I would know. I wouldn't talk without my lawyer from right now. You know.
Yeah.
Let's just go to the chat to make sure that we're not incriminating ourselves here. The cocktail from Rocktails, it's with amaretto and cardamom syrup and bitters, like an old fashioned.
Okay.
So that's basically what they're doing there. And then it's about the hype. They're saying for the moment it's too much esters and too much alcohol. And then Mark is saying, yeah, it's an acquired taste. Once I went from disgust to adoration. Once you're hooked, there's no going back. And then Dirk is adding, I prefer acetone to clean paintbrushes instead of drinking it. So, yeah.
What did he say?
He prefers acetone to clean paintbrushes instead of drinking.
Ah. Yeah, that's an idea.
Yeah, I guess you can talk a lot about it, but mainly what I was saying is like I feel that they're not getting enough attention. Angostura,
Yeah, I agree.
especially with stuff like this.
They're in the
really
middle, you know.
stuff.
They're in the middle between the big brands and the niche nerdy brands. So
yeah,
that's the worst position to be. It's
Exactly.
like in soccer to be like
Ninth place,
yeah, ninth place.
like Ghent.
Okay, nobody talks about you. Okay,
Tom, like Ghent.
I don't care about Ghent.
Yeah, I know.
I'm an Anderlecht fan. It's even worse.
It's
No,
even
it's
it's
all-
11th.
This is all. Sorry, the origins coming up.
Well, Tom, you can't have taste in everything, so
Yeah,
there you go.
exactly.
That's
Yeah.
true.
But I live at the stone's throw of the Ghent stadium, though. So
Mm.
it's always fun when it's a match and I have to beat up strangers to park my car.
Mhm. Always fun to beat up strangers. Let's just use that as a title on the YouTube video.
And
Guys,
but if you put that as a title, please make a side comment that when I talk about strangers, I'm not talking about foreign people.
no, of course, of course.
No,
Of course.
otherwise we get the wrong audience, and we don't
Yeah.
want that.
Yeah. I like beating up strangers, Tom Anderlecht fan says. Guys, I can inform you that the tasting notes and the report from Mark is already up on his blog on wivy.be. The link is in the chat, so if you want to read about that, go ahead there. Always fun to check out the blog. Thanks for that, Mark, again. I think it's almost time to finish up the session. We're nearing the 90 minutes mark, and usually we try to keep it within the 90 minutes for the tastings. If there's any last questions from you guys, now is the time. And while you are thinking of questions, I'll start closing off, and I'll first go to Mika. Is there anything else you would like to share about the lineup, about the rums, about Cinoco, about anything with the people tonight?
Drink rum.
Oh, usually I get a long explanation and long final words, but hey.
No, I'm kidding. No, no, but seriously, actually, drink rum, because rum for me is one of the rum and whiskeys are two spirits that are has been forgotten for a long time, because you had the trend of gin. Even vodka has a trend. I've had a trend. I don't understand how, but I think rum and whiskey right now are coming back actually with new stuff. And as you said, actually, there is a lot of weird stuff coming out, with all the aging process, all the finish, different finish, blending different spirit together and that kind of stuff. Actually, for me, that's how a spirit's range can grow. Actually, that's it. When we are talking about the purist, also actually try to open your mind to new stuff. Actually, me, I start to enjoy really rum like 2 years ago. Before that, I knew rum, but without knowing it, But when you start to learn and taste new stuff, different stuff, you understand, okay, so that's a wide world. And every part of the world has its own visions about one product, It's really interesting to understand that. And for me, rum and whiskey, because that's the main spirit I like to drink and like to work with, are really expression of plurality. I have to say it with a French accent because I'm not sure if I can say it in English. But the plurality of the word actually is expressed by the spirits, because the spirits explain an history, explain a technique,
Terroir.
a legacy, terroir, exactly, yeah. Now you're gonna have the same thing with agaves, with mezcal. That's gonna come more and more and more. But yeah, I think rum is really interesting, really, really interesting. And when you see my face, actually, you know that the story behind the rums are sometimes quite touchy with me, I would say. For colony and that kind of stuff, all the fun parts. And so yeah, so you have to be able to understand that kind of product, you have to put aside all the bad effects about the history part, the slavery and that kind of stuff, and think about, okay, now we still have a product. You can change the name, you can do whatever you want, like plantation wants to make and that kind of stuff. But the product has an history, and the history is expressed in the product that you're drinking. You're drinking like history, actually. Yeah, I think it's really interesting to drink rum. It's really interesting to understand rum also, to get in the world.
I completely agree.
Long enough? Or
no. It's a perfect explanation of the two words "drink rum." So that's pretty well done. Yeah.
Thank you.
I would like to add, just before I go to Tom for his final words, that that's also why I am always so excited about these sessions that Cinoco is hosting, because in the past 2.5 years we've tasted stuff that you normally never would taste. We did masterclasses on pastis. We did masterclasses with all kinds of drinks from all over the world, and it's so much fun to try them, to get to know them, and to get these stories behind them. So I think that's really a lot of fun to do. So thanks for that, Cinoco. Tom, what would your final words be before I tell everybody that your bar is opening somewhere in June?
You're gonna say that, okay? All right.
You're gonna say that. No, you can say it a lot better.
Well, the thing is, not only am I opening my bar in June, I'm also declaring the independence of Sugarcania. Sugarcania will be a nation free for all and free of vodka and other bullshit spirits. We will adore the sugarcane, we will cherish the sugarcane, and we will put it into our veins. And but to go
is
back
everything
to Mika's,
okay with you, Tom?
Yes, but I'm a very nationalist guy when it comes to sugarcane. But to come back to Mika's story, let's not forget that it was the slaves and back in the days who made rum. And we whites just commercialize it, They did it, Stop being a racist.
See the mood that you put right now? That's weird.
No, but I always get like,
no, that's true. That's
true.
It's
true. Like they've been distilling ever since they landed on the Caribbean. So yeah, all the crap that we've done as white people to other colored people is fucked up. But we should give credit to the people who deserve the credit, and we wouldn't have been drinking alcohol without the Arabs. We wouldn't we wouldn't have drank rum without the Caribbean or the Indians. So stop being white privileged. Go to your local secondhand store, buy a Hawaiian shirt, and just dance.
But just leave a couple of Hawaiian shirts for Tom.
No, I have plenty.
He has plenty. No, Tom, people are asking about the address for your new bar. Where can we find you, and when can we find you there?
You can find me there every day at the moment. I'm working from 7 till 7 at the bar at the moment. That's why I'm so talking lots of bullshit and tired stuff at the moment. So it's gonna be in Ghent. It's gonna be at Steendam 53. It's gonna be a very weird and cool experience.
It's gonna still be called the Drifter?
It's still gonna be the Drifter, but it's gonna be the Drifter 2.0.
All right.
Yes.
Keep an eye out.
I will be wearing clothes though. I didn't. Sometimes I was naked in the old Drifter. That won't happen again.
I see that almost half of the audience has left now since you've said that, Tom. So.
Luckily, I'm happy.
Never say never.
Listen, I think.
Oh yeah, they're subscribing to my OnlyFans as we speak. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I was just gonna say subscribe to his OnlyFans, but also to his other socials to keep an eye out for when the opening night will be. And check out the Drifter, of course, because always fun to be there.
We're gonna open around mid of June, so I have 3 more stressful weeks ahead of me. Try to seduce the lady from the fire department, and all good, all good.
All right, guys, I can't see any more questions, so all that's left is to thank you guys for speaking, for talking about these brands, about these bottles, and getting us some cool info. So thanks a lot. To thank CINOCO Spirits for organizing this again, another fun masterclass, I feel. And also, of course, to thank everybody that was here tonight to join us, because it's always more fun if it's not just the 3 of us. So thanks for being here, for keeping up the support. The next one will be in a week or 3, I think, somewhere half of June. We'll have a tequila and mezcal masterclass, which is also with Mika and with Yannick van Dijk. So I'm looking forward to that one too. Then we'll have a little summer recess, and after the summer there will be a couple more, like the coffee one we talked about earlier. So
cool.
Thanks a lot, guys, and see you next time.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.